West Africa is a tinderbox. Tensions simmer beneath the surface, fueled by a complex web of historical grievances, economic disparities, and political instability. The region is a mosaic of cultures and languages, yet it is also a battleground for competing interests and ideologies. The echoes of colonialism still reverberate, and the scars of past conflicts have not fully healed. In this volatile environment, even a small spark can ignite a conflagration that spreads across borders, drawing in neighboring countries and international powers alike. The future is uncertain. The world watches with bated breath as the situation in West Africa unfolds like a high-stakes drama. International news outlets broadcast updates around the clock, and people everywhere are glued to their screens, anxious for the latest developments. The global community is acutely aware that what happens here could have far-reaching consequences, not just for the region, but for the entire world. The stakes are incredibly high, and the outcome is anything but predictable. From the sands of the Sahara to the Gulf of Guinea, a struggle is unfolding. This is a land of stark contrasts where vast deserts meet lush coastlines and ancient traditions coexist with modern aspirations. The natural beauty of the landscape belies the turmoil that lies beneath. Here, the fight for resources, power, and survival is a daily reality. The people of West Africa are resilient, but they are also weary of the constant strife that disrupts their lives and threatens their future. At stake, the very soul of Africa. The cultural heritage and identity of the continent are on the line, as external forces and internal divisions vie for dominance. The rich tapestry of African traditions and values is under threat, and the outcome of this struggle will determine the direction of the continent for generations to come. Will Africa be able to preserve its unique identity and chart its own course, or will it be subsumed by external influences and internal discord? Will the continent rise united, or will it be torn apart by external forces? The leaders of Africa face a daunting challenge as they navigate the complex landscape of regional politics and international relations. Unity is a powerful ideal, but achieving it requires overcoming deep-seated divisions and building a shared vision for the future. The alternative is a fragmented continent, vulnerable to exploitation and manipulation by outside powers. The choices made in the coming months and years will shape the destiny of Africa and its people. The recent turmoil in Burkina Faso has sent shockwaves across the region. The crisis has exposed the fragility of political systems and the deep-seated grievances that can erupt into violence. As protests and clashes continue, the situation remains fluid and unpredictable. The international community watches closely, aware that the outcome in Burkina Faso could set a precedent for other countries facing similar challenges. The stakes are high, and the potential for further instability looms large. Neighboring countries watch nervously. The balance of power is shifting, and alliances are being tested. Borders that once seemed secure are now points of contention, and the ripple effects of the crisis are felt far and wide. Leaders are faced with difficult decisions as they weigh the risks and benefits of intervention, cooperation, or isolation. The interconnectedness of the region means that no country is immune to the fallout, and the actions taken now will have lasting repercussions. Into this volatile mix steps a new player, a familiar face on the world stage: the United States military. Their presence adds another layer of complexity to an already intricate situation. While some see the U.S. as a stabilizing force, others view their involvement with suspicion and resentment. The history of foreign intervention in Africa is fraught with controversy, and the arrival of American troops is met with a mix of hope and apprehension. The role they will play in the unfolding drama remains to be seen, but their presence is not welcomed by all. Some see it as a necessary evil, a means to an end in the quest for stability and security. Others, however, view it as an unwelcome intrusion, a reminder of past injustices and a threat to national sovereignty. The debate over foreign intervention is heated and divisive, with passionate arguments on both sides. The voices of the people must be heard, and their concerns addressed, if there is to be any hope of a peaceful resolution. Others, a harbinger of doom. The specter of conflict looms large, and the fear of what may come casts a long shadow over the region. The images of war-torn areas and the faces of those who have lived through such horrors serve as a stark reminder of the stakes involved. The path ahead is fraught with danger, and the choices made now will determine whether West Africa can find a way to peace and prosperity, or whether it will be engulfed by chaos and destruction. Mehmet Veyfadog, remember that name? He is a man of conviction, a voice that rises above the noise, a beacon of hope for many. His words carry weight, and his actions speak even louder. In a world where political rhetoric often falls flat, Dog stands out as a figure of integrity and courage. This South African politician is not afraid to speak truth to power. He challenges the status quo and demands accountability from those in positions of authority. His speeches resonate with the common people, and his message is clear: justice, equality, and freedom for all. He has issued a stark warning to the Ivory Coast. His words are not just a caution but a call to action. He urges the leaders and the people to be vigilant, to be aware of the dangers that lie ahead if they choose the wrong path. Do not make a deal with the devil, he cautions. His warning is clear and unambiguous. He knows the stakes are high, and the consequences of a wrong decision could be catastrophic. His voice is a plea for wisdom and foresight. Dog sees the U.S. military intervention for what it is, a dangerous gamble. He understands the complexities of international politics and the hidden agendas that often accompany such interventions. He is not swayed by promises of aid or support. He sees the bigger picture. A gamble that could cost Ivory Coast dearly. The images of war-torn areas and the suffering of civilians are a stark reminder of what is at stake. Dog's message is a call to protect the innocent and to avoid repeating the mistakes of the past. He knows the history of foreign intervention in Africa. It is a history marked by exploitation, by the imposition of foreign will, and by the suffering of the local populations. Dog's understanding of this history informs his stance and his warnings. It is a history of exploitation, of broken promises, of shattered dreams. The legacy of colonialism is still felt today, and Dog is acutely aware of the long-term impacts. His voice is a reminder of the need for vigilance and for a commitment to true independence and self-determination. Dog refuses to let history repeat itself, not on his watch. His determination is unwavering, and his commitment to his people is clear. He stands as a guardian of their future, a protector of their rights and a champion of their cause. His voice is a powerful force for change, and his message is one of hope and resilience. The U.S. has a plan. They always do. They claim they want to help, to restore stability, to fight terrorism. But their true motives are murky. They eye Burkina Faso, a nation grappling with its own demons. The U.S. sees an opportunity, a chance to extend their influence, to secure their interests. Dog calls it a dangerous game, a game with lives hanging in the balance. He warns the Ivory Coast, do not become a pawn in their game. For centuries, Africa has been ravaged by outsiders. Colonial powers carved up the continent. They plundered its resources. They enslaved its people. The scars of colonialism run deep. Now a new form of colonialism threatens Africa: economic colonialism, military colonialism, a colonialism disguised as partnership. Dog sees the parallels. He knows that foreign powers are not interested in Africa's well-being. They are interested in Africa's wealth, its strategic location, its people as consumers. Section 5. The price of partnership. The U.S. offers a tempting deal. Military aid, economic assistance, promises of prosperity. But this partnership comes at a price, a steep price. Ivory Coast would become a tool of U.S. foreign policy. Its soldiers would fight America's wars, its land would host U.S. military bases, its sovereignty would be compromised. Dog warns that the price of this partnership is too high. It would cost Ivory Coast its dignity, its independence, its soul. Section 6. A continent divided. Dog's message is not just for Ivory Coast, it is a message for all of Africa, a message of unity, a message of defiance. We cannot let them divide us, he implores. We must stand together, or we will fall together. The African Union must take a stand. It must present a united front against foreign intervention. The time for complacency is over. The time for action is now. Section 7. The Winds of Change. But there is hope. A wind of change is blowing across Africa. A new generation is rising. A generation that refuses to be pawns in a global power game. The recent withdrawal of French troops from Ivory Coast is a sign of this awakening. African nations are asserting their sovereignty. They are choosing their own destiny. This is the path forward. Africa must break free from the shackles of neocolonialism. It must embrace its own power, its own solutions. Section 8. The Path Forward. The path forward is clear. Africa must invest in itself, in its people, in its infrastructure, in its future. It must build strong economies, stable democracies, and a united front against those who seek to exploit it. The world is watching. Will Africa seize this moment? Will it rise to the challenge? The answer lies in the hands of Africans themselves. Section 9. A Call for Unity. This is a call to action. A call that resonates from the bustling cities to the serene villages, from the coastal shores to the vast savannas. It is a call that transcends borders and languages, uniting us in a common purpose. A call for all Africans to stand together, to reject foreign interference, to reclaim our narrative and to assert our sovereignty. We must stand as one, for in unity lies our strength, to build a brighter future for the continent. A future where our children can dream without limits, where innovation thrives, and where our lands yield prosperity for all. We must invest in education, technology, and sustainable practices. Let us honor the sacrifices of our ancestors. Their struggles and triumphs have paved the way for us. We must preserve our rich heritage and pass down the stories that define us. Our history is a testament to our resilience and spirit. Let us build a future worthy of their dreams. A future where every African has the opportunity to succeed, where our economies are robust and our societies are inclusive. We must foster entrepreneurship and celebrate our achievements. Let us show the world that Africa is not a prize to be won. It is a continent rich in culture, resources, and potential. We are not defined by the challenges we face, but by how we overcome them. Our unity is our greatest asset. It is a continent to be reckoned with. Our cities are growing, our economies are diversifying, and our influence is expanding. We are shaping our destiny and contributing to the global community in meaningful ways. The time for African unity is now. We must come together, not just in times of crisis, but in times of progress. Our unity is the key to unlocking our full potential. Together we can achieve greatness. Let our voices rise as one. Let our songs of freedom and hope echo across the continent. Let our chants of solidarity inspire generations to come. We are one people with one destiny. Let our message be clear. Africa will determine its own destiny. We are the architects of our future, and we will shape it with courage, wisdom, and unity. The world will see that Africa stands tall, proud, and united.